Welcome to Empire in Crisis. We will be picking up where we left off last week. So these guys have stirred up a hornet's nest of troubles on Bruford. Not in the manner of stirring up a hornet's nest for themselves, but more in the case of stirring up a hornet's nest for the ruling government of Bruford, in that they assisted the local resistance in breaking into a transmitter hub that controls the infrasonic transmitters around the city and along the road and in the starport, that basically stop the Crimson Locusts from coming in and devouring all the people that live here. They're bloodsuckers. They have a very nasty bite with a venom that, in and of them, individually, it's not that big of a deal, but they never attack individually. It's always in a swarm. And so they turned off all of the transmitters in the Regency, where the seat of government for the capital city of Celestis is, and just let the Crimson Locusts do the work for them. In other parts of the city, as this was going on, the resistance rose up and was basically creating a diversion to keep the forces of Pernock security away from the transmitter hub. And so there are small brush fires breaking out all across the stacks, the neighborhood, and the seaside district, basically preventing any reinforcement forces from making it to the transmitter hub. And so they have really done some serious damage, and we're about to find out exactly what that all means. Before we get into that, I would like to point to our friends over at they are at Mystic Bull Games, and they have these very nice journals for your Traveler game. They have 26 weeks worth of journal pages. They've got ship records, detailed survey reports, all manner of information. They've got some very nice maps in there that you can fill in. And these are basically, they allow you to create notes for your Traveler game. And so if you are interested in that kind of thing, I know I am. If you are the note keeper for your game table, go on over to Mystic Bull Games and pick yourself up one of these. They are very inexpensive, and the shipping is very quick. I can say that much. There's Will. Welcome, sir. So, the basically you have hacked into these networks. You now have let's see, I believe it was Mintaka has full control of the transmitters throughout the entire city, the road, and the starport. Um, and the transmitters were turned off in Regency. So there is mass pandemonium going on in the Regency district. Uh, well, who wants to make an electronic sensors plus intellect or education check, and somebody else can make an electronics comms plus intellect or education check?
I'll take the sensors.
Okay.
I have neither.
I don't have comms or sensors.
I've got electronics.
Comms or sensors.
Okay, I've got it 0, so I could do it. I could roll.
Okay.
All right, so here's electronics.
I have a 1 it. If you want something better than a 0, I can do that.
Well, I mean, I have a +1 with it, but I just rolled shitty.
No, that's good enough. Hold on here. I'm just adjusting a window size because I know this is eventually going to come up. So, Gully, you, while Mintaka is kind of jacked in and focusing on all of this computer crap for these transmitters, you're monitoring another console, and it is basically giving you a readout of the city, and so you have this map on the screen, and part of that too is a limited amount of airspace above the city. It's by no means as much as like you would get if you were jacked into the starport. But you monitor that from Alistair's manor that a ship takes off. Will your Remo detects that there is comms traffic coming in that from the starport that Alistair Halker's shuttle, personal shuttle, has been authorized for an emergency evacuation. Those are the two pieces of information you get in all this. He basically sees the writing on the wall and decides to bug out.
How quick is this launch? How quick is this launch authorized for?
Well, I mean, it is a personal you know, that's a good question. Hold on, I will tell you. I did not anticipate that question.
Sorry.
Yeah, this thing's leaving at thrust 3, and
Really?
you know, full throttle, heading for So, Takahashi, you check the sensors again, and you get a more detailed picture of the projected trajectory of this shuttle, and it looks like it is going to be meeting with one of the scout ships that is in orbit. I can ping it and give you a name because I have forgot what the name was. It is the Proteus, which you guys met or you met with one of them. I forget which one it was, but there were two ships. One was basically disguised as a system patrol craft. It was a scout class ship, and the other was disguised as a pirate. They're basically both pirates, but and you know that now. But there was the Proteus and the Acrisius. It is his shuttle is the trajectory looks like it's going to meet with the a ship whose IFF is transmitting as the Proteus.
All right, I put that information on our squad channel.
Okay. Okay. Other chatter that's coming in is that as you are making these scans, it seems that the resistance is getting a leg up on Pernock's security, and I mean that's pretty logical. It's not just the resistance; the actual civilian populace is rising up. Nobody really likes Pernock, and so the entire city is engaged in mass riots. Which they quite simply they outnumber Pernock security. No, it doesn't matter how good their guns are. Pernock security is not going to be able to beat that many people, and so the resistance now has a leg up. My question is, I mean, how long are you going to allow the it's entirely up to you guys. I mean, right now, Regency is completely infested with the Crimson Locusts. I'm wondering how long you want to allow that to go on, and you know, what's your movement from this point?
What's the road like to the back to the starport? Is that the transponder working over there?
I mean, yes. I mean, the only area where it has been turned off is up here in the Regency.
Go back to the ship.
You could do that.
And get the Radiant Maiden. You want to do that? Oh, we got to get the engineer, though. Shit.
Yeah, technically, I mean, the engineer is actually kind of with you guys. He was hanging back from this whole thing because this guy's a young kid. I mean, if he's 20 years old, I'd be shocked.
Okay. You want to just take off?
Yeah, let's roll after these people.
Leave Regency down and take off?
Well, at this point, I mean, Mintaka is is now connected. He could theoretically stay connected with his portable comm or with his portable computer and control the transmitter hub from just about anywhere.
We need to
All
try
right,
to.
you
need
want
to
to
try
make our way back?
I think we need to try to recover the ship, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
man.
about. Going back to the starport.
Yeah, because the ship's all the way over here in the starport.
Oh, I thought
I
we
can
were.
rescind the travel approval, can't I?
I thought we were looking
The
for the
Radiant
ship.
Maiden and our ship are at the starport.
Oh,
Yeah,
they're both there. See, I didn't realize the other ship was there as well.
Yes. So part of the data that you at the very end of last week's session that you learned was that the first part of it was that Pernock and Alistair Humboldt is actually they're stealing these ships to build their own private fleet for the Humboldts. And currently in the starport, in that there was that one large hangar that could hold up to a 600-ton ship. That is where they have currently stashed the Radiant Maiden.
So let's head back to the starport. Do our mission.
Yeah, I mean, you could certainly do that.
I mean, the big issue is how do we stay safe from the bugs?
So, like,
the road is okay.
Yeah, so Mintaka has full control of the transmitters.
Okay, cool. All right.
All right. So, yeah, you guys can bail out. You've done your part for the resistance, and there is a huge distraction going on, obviously. So, who's driving?
That would not be me.
Yeah,
Who's got the air raft?
It's Flyer Grav.
Somebody had the air raft. The whatever it's called. The G.
I'm trading it, but I've got a 0. But I'm rolling just a flat 0.
Yeah, you that's it. You were our driver last time.
Yeah, there you go.
Only one with skill.
You're at least competent.
All right, I got a 10.
Okay, so you guys bail out of the transmitter hub and jump into your air raft, and Remo floors it, and you guys start taking off through the city, and you're dodging in between. There's fires. There's people clubbing Pernock security. There's a couple of shots that are fired, but Remo does a pretty good job and misses all of this ridiculousness that's going on around you. And let's see. Bring up my Sean and Letitia, the resistance members. Well, they got recon 0, so we'll see. No, they don't see you. So there is a fight going on at this gate by the time you get up there, and they have not opened the gate as of yet. Remo, you can make another flyer plus dexterity check.
Sure. 7.
Okay, that's not terrible. All you had to do is hop the wall. You hop the wall. The transmitters are still going. You are over the actual bubble for a split second. And as soon as you come over the bubble, you can see the locusts coming out of this forest over here that are, they know that you're out of the bubble, and they start to come towards you just as you bring it back down into the bubble, and you are on the road, and you make your way to the starport. The starport only has about 12 security, Pernock security, and they were called as reinforcements due to all the riots in the city. And so there's nobody here to stop you. You guys roll on in and make your way into the starport. You are able to dock your air raft at your ship, the Ouroboros. I'm sorry, what was that?
Docking Bay 94?
Yeah, Docking Bay 94. You're able to dock it. What's your plan? I mean, everybody can make a recon plus intellect check.
Locust eggs.
Yes, they're everywhere. Ronnie got it. Ooh, Mintaka. Mintaka might have accidentally poked an eye. There we go. So Ronnie and Gully, you guys both notice coming in as you're coming into your own flight hangar. You notice that. So when you first arrived on Brewfort, as you were leaving your docking bay, you saw that the door to the large docking bay where Radiant Maiden is currently stashed, it was kind of slightly ajar, and there were multiple guards that were standing around. At this point, now that you've shown up, you've been here for 3-4 days. The doors are closed and locked, but there are no guards. So you, Remo, docks the air raft. If you want, you can completely arm yourselves, and because you're back at your ship, right? You can completely arm yourselves. There's nobody here to stop you. And then the question is, how do you want to go about getting into the hangar bay? Because the door is locked.
Intrusion.
What does that take to get in it?
Well, there's a number of ways. I mean, you could
The lock thing.
you could
Is it-
use
is it a-
compu-
Can I just hack the door?
Yeah, I was just going to say you could use electronics computers to hack the door. The other way is that you could brute force it, and that would be a mechanic plus strength check. Or if you wanted to try to pick the lock, it might be a mechanic plus intellect check. It really depends on how you want to go about it.
Let's try computer first. Mintaka can try it on.
Okay.
Yeah, that was my thought. Let's try for computers. Works. See if that works. If that doesn't, then we can do other stuff.
Okay. So I assume you guys want to fully gear up. Is that a correct assumption? So yeah, you can grab everything that you would normally want to carry with you, not to mention your newly acquired armor. And Mintaka, you can give me an electronics computers plus intellect check, and you can add your intrusion software bonus to it, which I want to say off the top of my head is a +1. Do you have an agent?
Oh, then that should be a 14.
Okay, and then I don't remember if you have an agent or not. Let me look.
Character?
No, it's a piece of software that it's basically like it's like a digital assistant that can assist with things. No, you don't have an agent, but you do have an intelligent interface, and with intellect 1. Okay, so yeah, with a 14 though, that is enough to hack into the door, and these hangar doors just kind of slide open, and you can see that Radiant Maiden is sitting in the hangar. Now, half of it has been repainted, and this is the stats on Radiant Maiden. She is a converted subsidized merchant. She's a modified fat trader.
Yeah. What did they change to modify?
So what they were doing, they obviously, I mean, this is her in her standard paint scheme for Shurishid Shipping Corporation. They've repainted it like a white with some green stripes. And the next part of that you've learned when you were hacking into the transmitter hub was that the other part of this scheme was they were going to be hacked. They had special tools to hack into the transponder of the ship and actually change the registration. So every ship has a registration number. You can change.
Oh, that's why the transponder was missing in space.
Well,
Okay.
that was part. Yeah, that was part of the navigational array. But yeah, so the transponder, you can change and rechristen the name of a ship, but it will always have that same registration number. It's kind of like a VIN number on your car.
VIN number, yeah.
And that number is used, that registration number is used in a lot of different ways. One, to identify the ship and any past, crimes that it may have committed, but also like mortgage payments and all of that. And basically, they were going to wipe it out and give it a forged registration number, and so it would be pretty much blank. It would be a brand new ship when they got done with it. And they've apparently done this multiple times.
So we got to split the crew then. Do we have enough skilled people to divvy up between the two ships?
That's an excellent question. So, who else? Who has pilot?
I have a 0.
I've got
I have a 0
pilot.
in piloting.
And who
I
has?
took it for this adventure.
Who has astrogation?
I have astrogation. No one else took that package.
I have
I have
astrogation.
astrogation 1.
I've got astrogation as well.
Okay, so
Cool.
that's good. And then the
rolling.
last question is: does anybody have, or not? The last question: does anybody have electronics, or I'm sorry, engineering power?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I have no engineering.
And what about
I-
engineering J drive?
I have engineering power as well.
Okay, so we can split up the crews.
Yeah.
Last
You go.
campaign, I specifically gunned for those 2 skills, sensors and jump drive, because they're so important. And so I said specifically this campaign I'm going to avoid doing that, and here we are.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Well, the other one, everybody who's played in any of my Traveler campaigns, they're always like, okay, you need to have recon and you need to have vac suit. Those are really important skills, which I would think, in a game where you're spending a lot of time in space, vac suit would probably be pretty important. I'm just spitballing here, but
It's like everybody would get that as a kid, for crying out loud.
you would think, yeah, especially if you're like a belter. Like,
I wound up with 0, but I mean, the shitty thing is I wound up with very little money, and there's no cheap vac suit that doesn't require skill. So
right, yeah, like the cheapest vac suit requires like vac suit 3 or something like that. But
no, vac suit 1, the one you handed us, the company issue one, requires vac suit 1.
Yep. So yeah, you guys are able to essentially split the party and take both of these ships. Then the question is, of course, Ouroboros, your ship is cleared. If you want to launch, you're cleared for launch. Why
don't we make sure the other one's safe to pilot?
Oh yeah.
Before we leave, let's all give the other ship a good once over.
Sure. Anybody who wants to, you can make. Go ahead and give me just a flat engineering plus intellect or education check. That should tell you pretty much everything you need to know.
I'll let
Do it a couple times. Who else can do it?
Yeah, I'll let somebody train in engineering. I'm not. I figured I'd check the computer.
So that, I'm gonna make sure it's not fucked up. So yeah, so 6 + 4 + 1 for my education, no points for skills. Okay, that's right.
That looks good. So you run a diagnostic on the ship. It takes you about a minute, and it comes back with everything is 5x5 in the green. There are just engineering notes that essentially the last things that were going to be done was to finish the paint job and to change the transponder codes.
Nice.
Do we have the ability to take ownership of it as the former, as employees of the former company?
We don't want to steal.
Yeah,
Is there a way to hack that I can hack and do what they were going to do?
Well, I'm just saying we may not need to hack the computer if there's
You
something
would
set
have
up.
authorization to recrew Radiant Maiden given to you by Shurishid.
Yeah, that's what I assumed, because they wanted us to recover this object, so they're going to give us permission to fly it. So that's all.
So,
Okay.
Bruford is kind of a backwater, and it is a Class C starport. I would imagine that they probably have some kind of port defenses, but I doubt that they have anything serious because nobody really comes to Bruford. How do you want? Do you want to request launch access for Radiant Maiden, or are you just blasting your way out of port?
Yeah, let's request it.
Okay.
Go through the process anyway.
Okay. So what are you saying when you contact Port Authority for launch access?
Port Authority, we are leaving with our recovered asset. 2 ships to leave.
Shit,
But,
that sounds pretty good.
that sounds good.
That's why we let Will do the talking.
Yes. Will, you can make a admin plus intellect check, and you get to make that with a boon, and you get a +4 to that.
So wait, oh, that's right. Boone's kind of wonky now. That's right.
Yeah, it evidently always does it.
All right, so I did roll a 2, so technically it'd be 2 higher, so it'd be a 14.
Yeah, no problem. So the Port Authority comes back, and you can hear that in the background because they have terrible noise canceling on their microphones. You can hear that they're actually watching live video feed of all the crap that's going on in the city, and the guy sounds like he's like half paying attention. He says, yeah, and he pauses for a second like he's double checking. He says, yeah, the pattern is clear, which of course it is. And you guys are able to to take off. Who's piloting Ouroboros and who's piloting Radiant Maiden? Is, I guess, the big
I was
question.
doing Ouroboros on the way up,
All right.
way down, so I'll stick to Ouroboros, and somebody else can do Radiant Maiden.
Okay.
All right. Well, if I need to do power, then I can't fly, right?
You can. I mean, so technically speaking, from and I can tell you.
I mean, hopefully you won't have to do both, right? If you're having to do power, we're in trouble.
Well, I mean, theoretically, you have to transfer power. But I mean,
we're
you've
living
got
in a game universe where Murphy's Law rules.
that is true. That is true. And so let me.
Gilly just steps up to the plate and strokes it over the left field fence.
I need to find the size of this planet. So it is 9,600 kilometers in diameter, which would mean you've got 960,000 kilometers of time to essentially, figure shit out. So you should have, plenty of time to do astrogation, transfer power. So taking your time isn't too much of an issue, assuming that you don't get into a fight with those 2 ships. Find another.
Really don't want to get into too many space battles with these ships.
Right.
That double turret's not gonna.
Yeah. I didn't even look. Does Radiant Maiden have?
It has a double. It has a double turret, pulse lasers.
Okay. Well, I mean, Ouroboros has a double turret with beam lasers. So, I mean,
Yeah.
that could be a lot worse. But we're looking at.
I officially missed the spinal note.
Yes. Yeah.
no
right.
Yeah, but parking's a lot easier in these ships.
So you're looking at just under 200.
No more parallel parking for me.
You're looking at just under 236 minutes from breaking Atmo to the 100 diameter jump limit at full thrust. Looking again, Radiant. I think Radiant Maiden's only thrust 2. Yeah.
Which gives us
Oh no,
ti-
she's
which gives us
thrust 1.
Which gives us enough time that we can spend extra time on the astrogation check.
Exactly. So, yeah. So Gully, give me a piloting spacecraft plus dexterity check, and I guess Ronnie, give me a piloting spacecraft plus dexterity check.
Nice.
Jeez, yeah, you guys smoked it.
So the first one was I rolled accidentally.
Oh well.
So the first 12 to 9 is
I
what I
mean,
just rolled.
Either way, those are both good rolls. So you guys launch from the spaceport, and it takes you just a few seconds to break atmosphere, and you are out in the black, heading towards the 100 diameter jump limit. Everybody give me a recon plus intellect check.
Pulling all my good rolls early.
Recon. Whoa. So Ronnie got it, and Takahashi got it, and Gully got it. So you three, as you are heading out at full thrust towards the 100 diameter jump limit, you can see that on the sensors and kind of visually as you are leaving orbit, you can see this shuttle that is docking with one of these 2 scout ships that roam this system, and they are, as soon as their docking operation is done, you see that the scout ship jettisons the shuttlecraft completely, and then turns and it starts making at full thrust for the 100 diameter jump limit as well. It's bolting and running. In other
Do we
words,
radio?
So it doesn't even care we're out here. Well,
We want to radio them and warn them that they've taken on board a fugitive.
okay.
I'm asking others in the ship.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you could.
Do we want to warn that
one fight?
Just warn that
Sure.
pilot that they've just taken on a known fugitive from a infamous family?
Yeah, like one of the most wanted, dead or alive people in the known galaxy.
When we
And
make
can
that
we
announcement,
get the broadcast signal of the ship too at the same time. Capture that so that we can use that to inform the authorities at the next planet.
Yeah, I mean if you want to notify this other ship.
who's your
Right.
contact at Naval Intelligence? I'd say on the com in the background.
Right. If you want to notify Proteus that that they are carrying a known wanted fugitive, you certainly can. Your guys, you were told, and I will bring up this map real quick. Go. I have to figure out where I'm at. There we are. There's your starting point. I'm looking for. And there's a lot of shit on. I think it was very far. There it is. You were told to jump back to Tuwaiq once you have reached, or once you have recovered Radiant Maiden. There is, of course, a Shurashid office on Tuwaiq, and so that is where you can turn it in and collect your bounty. And it's 2 jumps away. Well, 1.5
Okay.
jumps away. And so, I mean, when you get to Tuwaiq, of course, you could, of course, notify Imperial authorities everything that you've seen, if that's what you want to do. That's entirely up to you.
Is there a reward for the Humboldts?
No, but I'm sure there's a news agency willing to pay you to give an interview.
Yes. Yeah, well, yeah, there would certainly be that. As far as if there's a reward, so the official word from the Imperium was that at the end of the Civil War, um, it was well known and well publicized that they had wiped out the Humboldt's fleet, and they made it pretty adamant that they wiped it out to the last ship, with no quarter. There was no mercy given, and there has always been some rumor mill about, well, we don't think they all got away, or maybe not all of the Humboldt family was in the fleet, or what have you. As far as I doubt there's a bounty, or any kind of reward available. They, from the Imperium standpoint, the official line is, "We wiped them out. There are no Humboldts left."
Right. It'd be they want to keep that shit quiet.
Right. It was very similar to the official line from the United States that, none of the Nazis after World War II made their way to Brazil and Argentina. Well, that's really funny because there's a whole lot of blonde and blue-eyed people down there, and they speak a lot of German. That's really strange. So,
Right.
you know, so that's kind of the same kind of thing. They just basically wanted to wash their hands of it and be done with these embarrassments. The only step further that they went is that there was an imperial decree straight from the emperor that absolutely no Humboldt will ever hold a noble title or be put in basically any kind of government position ever again. That it is verboten. Aside from that, they claim they're all dead.
So should we warn the other pilot?
Right. Good question.
Sure, why not?
All right, yeah. I'll try to hail him.
Okay. So you hail the other pilot. There's no response. But
right. Well,
there is you do pick up that another ship is coming in from long range. Whoever would like to can, on both ships, whoever's doing electronic sensors can make an electronic sensors plus intellect check. Now on Ouroboros, whoever's doing it on Ouroboros gets a +1.
Not sure whose ship I'm on. Not that I'm good at sensors.
Same and same.
Yeah, I mean, you have to decide which ship you're on.
Well, I'm on Ouroboros. Definitely.
I think
I'm flying Radiant Maiden.
Yeah, I think our
and
pilots
you're flying Radiant Maiden, so that makes that easy.
Yeah, I think our pilots are sorted. It's everybody else.
We can say Takahashi is on Ouroboros. That gives him a 6 with a +1. We can put Remo on Radiant Maiden. Go ahead and make your electronic sensors plus intellect check.
Nice.
Smoking. So both of you detect that there is an incoming ship. I'm just going to bring this up. Move that. Just a moment. So this is a new, I don't know if you noticed, this is a new sensor pattern from the updated book. Like, this one's a little bit more granular. I kind of like it.
Anything that doesn't have to do with the astrogation on Ouroboros is I want to try to cloud up the EM spectrum with the comms on a
Okay.
new ship.
Okay.
I don't know how that works, but
Deck plan. On here. Getting a lot of. There we go.
Boros.
Not working. Hmm. I can fix it.
I think we better figure out the gunners too.
Yeah, my apologies. They evidently Roll20 deleted some of my tokens again.
Oh no.
It happens every once in a while. It does that. Solution for this. Just do this the hard way. Perfect. That will work.
I was like a merit badge at that size. Okay, never mind.
That's not a moon.
Name. There we go. So it looks like that on both of your sensors. So you know Proteus is kind of slightly just behind you, and Acrisius it seems to be coming in from a flank position at very long range. Or, I'm sorry, long range. Now, the problem that you would run into, of course, is that the scout ships are considerably faster, I think, than Radiant Maiden is.
Oh yeah, we're in a tugboat, man.
Right.
I just figured I'd radio them.
Right, and you radioing them kind of tipped off Acrisius to the situation. The Acrisius and the Proteus both have thrust 2, and Proteus is not on an intercept course with you. They are pegged at 2 Gs of thrust acceleration constant. They are going to overtake you and fly past you. They are trying to get out of here. Acrisius, on the other hand, is on an intercept course. What would you guys like to do?
Can I hack them from
Proteus
distance?
and Acrisius, didn't they fight before, just before when we were headed down to Bruford?
So Yosef,
They were fighting, right?
well, Yosef
Weren't
the
they-
engineer said one of them pretended to be a system patrol craft, the other one pretended to be a pirate, and Yosef
Oh, that was
said
a
that
ruse?
yes,
Yeah.
Yosef told you guys that that was the same thing that happened with Radiant Maiden. Kind of, I think the role was reversed. That essentially they're both Pernock security craft that are pretending to be one or the other.
Okay.
Liner.
How quick can we go to jump?
I would say you guys are probably about halfway to the. You're probably about halfway to the jump limit.
Right. So this thing's not coming at us to fight. This thing's trying to bug out, right?
One of them is.
Proteus is trying to bug out. Acrisius is on an intercept course.
Okay. Who? This is an important question. Who on the Radiant Maiden also has pilot, or does anybody else have gunner turret? Because I've got that.
We need to specify which ship each person's on.
Well, I'm flying Radiant Maiden right now. The question is,
we
what
know
else?
what we know where the pilots are. It's the rest of us.
Right.
We don't know which ship. we're on.
What he's saying is that he has gunner turret, but he's piloting.
Yeah, me too. I got gunner.
I understand. I'm just saying we don't currently know which ships everybody's on.
Right.
Figure it out.
So we know that it looks like Gully and Takahashi are on Radiant Maiden. We know that Takahashi and Ronnie are on Radiant Maiden, and Gully and Remo are on Ouroboros.
Okay.
I'll take Radiant Maiden then, just to be on.
Okay.
Well, I can fly. I don't have gunnery. So if you want to take over the guns, go for it.
Well, I'm making another
Ship was that?
That would be the
What
one.
ship were you on?
That'd be the one with Gully.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that. We can swap.
Making another token. Not getting
So no one else on Radiant has either gunner turret or pilot.
How hard can it be?
Right. I mean, you know.
I
I have
think
pilot small craft, but that doesn't count as pilot 0, right?
It does. It's pilot 0.
Okay, that's a small craft 1. Okay, so in a pinch, I could try it.
That's what I'm doing.
What the fuck do you think I'm doing?
We're all making it up as we go.
Oh boy. So do you want me to pilot Radiant Maiden?
Unless you've got gunner turret, which I do.
I do
So
not.
all right, then take over and I'll hop on the guns.
No problem.
Also have tactics, naval tactics. So
Me as well. Hey, maybe we can. Well, no, I'm gonna be on the fucking guns, so I can't do anything to help. The two of us together might be able to actually figure out how to blast this fucker out of the sky with our 2 tiny ass ships.
Well, here's the good news. Radiant Maiden has 160 hull points, but no armor. And then we will throw this one. I know I've got because I put it in here on purpose. Ouroboros. 60 hull points. There we go. All right, so I'm going to throw Proteus in there just for shits and giggles, because maybe you want to shoot at it too. I mean, you know, I don't know. You guys might be wacky like that.
Sounds for sure. So let me know when I got to make a pilot roll. We're just bugging out, right?
I mean,
Yeah, we're only halfway there. We're only halfway.
Someone get out and push.
And the ship we're on is slow as fuck. Thrust 1.
Yep, that's probably your biggest problem.
So we're gonna have to shoot.
Chugging along.
There we go. All right, so
I changed my mind, Brian. I miss the spinal mount and thrust 4.
yes.
Yeah, thrust 4 was nice.
So Gully piloting Ouroboros, give me a roll of 2d6 plus your piloting skill plus the thrust that you're currently traveling at. And to answer your question of what thrust is available,
I think we swapped, so I'm piloting at the moment.
oh, okay. So you're in
I'm in
Ouroboros.
a gunner deck now.
Okay. So here is the stat sheet for Ouroboros. You have a thrust score of maneuver drive thrust is 2. So your choice. If you want to do maximum thrust, you can do 2 plus your piloting.
I just want to do 1, save the other one for defense.
Okay, so but it still goes to your initiative. So 2d plus your piloting skill plus your thrust. So 2 plus whatever your piloting skill is.
Okay. Look at that.
Damn. Okay.
I mean, I rolled a 10. And then I added the 2 for the thrust.
That's still freaking amazing. Same thing. So Gully, you're piloting Radiant Maiden. Radiant Maiden.
No, I was on the gunner
Gully's,
deck of
yeah,
Ouroboros.
Gully switched to the guns on Ouroboros.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Ronnie's piloting.
I was now whatever the fuck just character's name is. He's now piloting, and I'm on the guns.
Okay, so Takahashi.
Who's on first?
Right, Takahashi rolled 2d plus your piloting score plus 1. Nine.
So it's 8.
What's your piloting score?
For that skill, small craft is 1. So I'm pilot 0 for.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay, so 8. That's not awful, but it does put you. Well, it puts you above the Acrisius, which is still better. Their pilot sucks. All right, so you know that Acrisius is on an intercept course. What is Ouroboros doing? This is the piloting. This is the movement phase. What's the pilot doing? Does anybody have tactics naval?
Yeah, I got tactics.
I do.
Oh.
I got tactics too.
Whoever wants. So for your ship, you can make a tactics naval plus intellect check.
All right, this is Ouroboros.
And neither of you got a bonus Ronnie got a negative for Radiant Maiden, which drops it down to 7. And the other ship did not get a bonus. The effect goes into either plus or minus your initiative, if that's what you want to do. Ouroboros, for movement, your maneuver phase, what are you doing? Are you maintaining maximum thrust? Are you first of all, so one of you is doing, like, you have thrust 2, I believe. So are you flooring it, or are you saving 1 point for evasive maneuvers? What are you doing?
I thought the Radiant had thrust 1, which means if we put anything to defense, then we're on the float.
Right, Radiant does, but right now we're on Ouroboros.
Well, I guess I said the wrong thing then when I was declaring what I was doing.
So you're
Right.
So Remo's piloting Ouroboros, right?
I'm piloting whatever ship Golly was piloting before me. I have no
Okay.
idea which.
So you're on Ouroboros.
Ouroboros.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So
this is why you never split the party.
Are you
Total
setting
confusion.
Are you setting thrust for a maximum of 2, or are you reserving 1?
No, 1 and then 1 for maneuvers.
Okay. All right. So you are maintaining speed with Radiant Maiden.
Yeah. Just the other reason to do that.
It's going to look like that. Radiant Maiden, I mean, are you going to continue a 1G burn, or are you going to drop to 0 and reserve 1 for evasive maneuvers? Because remember, in space, if you cut your thrust, you're going to keep moving at whatever speed you are currently moving at.
Now I'm burning.
Okay, so you're burning.
Accelerating, right?
Yep. Here comes the juice.
So, who is in a turret on Ouroboros?
Me.
All right. So, do you want to make an attack? You have 2 beam lasers that would do 1d. I want to say 1d4 plus 1, or not 1d4, 1d6 plus 1 for damage. So, and hold on here.
Yeah, I'm debating.
I need to look at your
and I don't remember
software.
pacifist. Yeah, I kind of want to. Should I just bust a shot off at him?
So there's no fire control, so it's going to be your raw gunner turret plus dex skill.
All right. I'm gonna shoot at him.
Okay. That's a hit. Roll 1d6 plus 1 plus. So 1d6. It would be total 1d6 plus 3 for damage.
D6 plus 3.
Yep.
Ooh.
Did you roll? Oh. No. Did you roll? There it is.
Okay.
There we go. So 8. Oh, wait. They have armor 4, so they're going to take 4. Yeah, you stitch him. Just so that I know, what is... You know what? That actually counts as a critical hit.
Right.
Go ahead and roll 2d.
2D?
Yep.
Figure out where you hit.
A 6. You hit the armor. Armor taking. So their armor is now reduced to 3 instead of 4. You just peel off a section of armor plating off of their hull. Proteus is not going to bother attacking. They are bugging out. Radiant Maiden, what would you like to do with your 2 pulse lasers?
Shoot the fuck out of them.
All right.
Light them up.
Let me look at software. It also has no fire control, so it is a raw gunnery turret plus dexterity check. That is a hit. Now I gotta look at this. So pulse lasers do. So it'd be 2d plus 1 is normal damage. You got an effect of 9, so 2d plus 2. Nice. Uh, 6. That is another critical hit. I don't know that this guy's going to last long if that's the case. Roll 2d. A 5. You hit a weapon.
Nice.
Random weapon, which they only have the one turret. So their beam lasers will suffer a -1 to any attacks that they make, which they are going to do. Puts them down to a 0. They miss. They shoot and they shoot wide, from you hitting them. So we are now at the actions step, which means actions. There are a number of things that you can do. Whoever's the captain or pilot can attempt to improve your initiative, which would make the captain would make a leadership check if that's the case. I don't know if that
Is that a tactics roll?
it can be. In this case, it would be a captain's leadership role to improve your initiative. The effect is 0, so it doesn't go up or down.
So you might not want to roll that anymore. Because if you roll below 8, that's the penalty we take.
Right, exactly. Bad leadership can make you go down as well. Engineers can begin to make a jump check if they want to. I don't know that you want to do that as of yet, but it would be at this point you would be at a -2 for jumping early.
I'm back.
We were doing the astrogation checks as we were climbing out of the gravity well. So
Right. You would have jump tapes and whatnot.
Okay. Oh God, I rolled a 6.
No, that's fine. Astrogation is like a 4.
That is technically, yeah. Okay, well,
Yeah,
that is snake eyes.
yeah. That doesn't necessarily mean it. I've thought about imposing that role, and I think it's in Traveler. I think it's overly punishing to put snake eyes or boxcars as a critical hit or critical fail. I think it's overly punishing. So we just go with the effect, which is the rules as written. Let's see here.
DC 6-0.
Engineers that are doing power can turn off systems to increase power to, say, weapons or drive. An engineer can overload the maneuver drive to give a boost of power for the next round, which would mean you would have an additional movement point. There's something else that can happen during this phase. So on Ouroboros,
can the NPC can he do the Radiant Maiden still?
He could probably work on the Radiant Maiden, yeah. But
Okay.
on Ouroboros, is there an engineer that wants to make a overload drive check? I don't know if we have anybody.
I've got engineer, but I'm on the gun.
Right.
I'm on the turret.
Right, and you're in. Right.
Yeah, it's not gonna be me. I have no engineering skill at all.
What about Mintaka? Does Mintaka have engineering?
Nope.
All right. Well, I guess that's out.
Roll it at a negative
Can I
2.
take a break from the turret for this round and then?
No, we're not on a new round. This is still the same round.
Oh, this is the same turn.
Yep.
Is there anything I can do with computers that would help?
Do you have electronic sensors?
I just have electronics.
You could
I've got sensors.
you could make an electronic sensors check to give a target lock on Acrisius, which would give Gully a +1 to hit. There you go. So Acrisius is now target locked. Put that on there to show that they are target locked.
So what does that mean?
You get a +1 to your turret checks when you shoot at them.
Okay.
Same thing. Who's excuse me? On Radiant Maiden, who's doing sensors?
That's Mr. Booker.
You're flying.
So yeah, I thought Takahashi was flying. Or are you
I
doing
am flying.
Are you doing double duty?
Yep.
So you could make a electronic sensors plus intellect check at -1.
So that's 5.
Okay, so you do not get a target lock. Acrisius, sure, why not? They'll give it a shot.
This is a piece of shit, I say.
They rolled 2 1s and a +1, so yeah, they bone that. They do not have a target lock, and now I want to say, now it is a new round. So, Ouroboros maneuver. Are you doing the same thing? Are you keeping one of your thrust in check for evasives? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Proteus moves forward. How about Radiant Maiden? Are you maintaining the 1G of thrust, or are you dropping to 0 to keep maneuvering?
I am still flying as fast as I can.
Okay.
So
Chrysius,
still in the thrust.
across to there. Ouroboros, you can make a gunnery check if you want to attack.
Okay.
That's a hit. 1D +1 for damage.
1D +1.
Very nice. So she's going to take 4. That is another critical hit. Roll 2D. A 5. Ooh, you hit the weapon again. Weapon is disabled. They are unable to attack. Your lasers just pretty much jam the turret in position, and they are unable to maneuver. Proteus can't. Proteus isn't attacking. Radiant Maiden, would you like to make an attack?
All right. Hey, Jeff, Carrie's over here drinking with or talking with Shrin on the porch.
Yeah. She said she was going to stop by.
All right. That hopefully hit.
Yes, it did. So, 2D +2 for damage.
I mean, it looks like they're without maneuver drive, right?
No, they're without weapons.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, ouch. Okay.
I can't tell if that was a good oof or a bad one.
That's another critical hit. Go ahead and roll 2D. I think at this point, Acrisius needs to really consider their loyalty to Humboldt. You hit their jump drive. All checks to use their jump drive will suffer a -2. Acrisius cannot attack. Actions phase. You guys haven't taken any damage. You've got a sensor lock. There's really nothing else for you to do. Ouroboros. Well, I guess Proteus can. Well, Acrisius can attempt to repair. Okay, so they are able to unjam their jammed turret. Back to maneuver. Ouroboros, are you still doing one thrust and keeping one in reserve?
Yeah, I mean, because the other ship's not capable of going faster, so yeah, I want to stay abreast of them.
Okay. Proteus. There. Radiant Maiden, are you maintaining your acceleration?
That was metal.
Okay. Acrisius. Acrisius is running. They flip and burn opposite direction. They are running away. Attack phase. Ouroboros, would you like to shoot at the back of their running ship?
I think I would.
Go right ahead. I mean, it's not the same as shooting somebody else in the back. It's the back of a boat. Ooh. Oh!
Ooh.
Okay, so that's going to be 1d plus 5 damage.
Plus 5?
Yeah.
She's a little thick in the rear. Nice hit.
Is that right?
Yeah. So she is going to take 7 damage. And roll 2d.
You want jump drive would be great. Maneuver drive.
Right.
A 3. Power plant. That is equally a good one. Their power is reduced by 10%.
Okay.
I'm not sure what that means. Let's see here.
They already have one beer.
They're probably still able to jump.
Yeah, they're still rolling rolling with a negative modifier.
That means their power plant that normally chunks out 60 is only putting out 54. Yeah, they can still jump if they basically turn off everything else. They could still jump. Proteus is still running. Radiant Maiden, do you want to make... And I need to double check. Radiant Maiden has... Oh, you have the longer range. So pulse lasers have a range out to long, which is where Acrisius is at. So yes, Radiant Maiden, do you want to make an attack?
An answer.
Nice. So that's going to be 2d plus 3. Oh my. Go ahead and give me 2d. Stream Mix Volume 5. 10. Yep, that's jump drive. Jump drive is now entirely disabled presently.
Yes.
And when your pulse lasers tag the back of Acrisius, you can start seeing fire and smoke trailing behind the scout ship. She's obviously limping. You actually can see like her drive plume like flickers for a second, and it's having problems.
Nice. Okay.
Do we want to attempt a rescue?
You mean a
No.
boarding operation?
Yeah.
They've got the whole security force down on the planet to rescue them.
Acrisius is going to open fire on
Damn it.
Radiant Maiden now because she repaired her turret. I think she's got beam lasers. She's got no software. That's a hit, so 1d plus 1 on Radiant Maiden for 3. So that's not enough. That's not enough to cause a critical. She's down to 157 hull points. Radiant Maiden's like I said, she's just fat. She's got no armor, but she's got a lot of hull points.
She's thick.
She's thick. Ouroboros, you don't really have any repair issues. You've got a target lock. Proteus is not worried about it. Radiant Maiden is. I don't know if you guys, if anybody on Radiant Maiden wants to spend time doing damage control. I mean, you don't have any criticals. You just took hull damage, and you probably don't want to step outside to fix it. So. But if you wanted to, Radiant Maiden could make a electronic sensors plus intellect check to try to get a target lock. Nice. Okay, so I will give her another that symbol. So both of you have a target lock on her, giving both of you a +1 to hit. Acrisius is going to attempt...
Power down, prepare for boarding.
Yeah, Acrisius is going to attempt some... Oh, she did. So she does have her jump drive back online. It is available. Top of the round, Ouroboros maneuvers, keeping the same?
Yeah. Are we almost there?
Yes, you are almost there. Proteus.
Okay. I mean, we can't fire, right?
We're in the maneuver phase.
Yeah.
Proteus jumps.
Nice.
Radiant Maiden, are you still flooring it?
Are we hightailing it, guys?
We're getting ready to jump.
Yeah, I'm flooring it.
Okay. Acrisius is running away. Attack phase, Ouroboros, do you want to make another attack? She is still in the long range category.
That is not out of turret range.
Oh, that's true. Let me double check that, but I think you're right. So you have beam lasers. Their range is medium. So yeah, she is out of range. You would be at a -1 to hit.
Okay.
Which is offset by the target lock that you've got. So.
Right.
It doesn't cost anything.
Yeah, I mean you're not wasting ammo. It's all lasers. It's all pew pews.
Here we go.
That's a hit. 1d plus 2 for damage. I don't know that she's going to survive that. Oh my god, her armor soaked it up. Thank God for her. Radiant Maiden, are you shooting?
Ronnie.
Yeah. Fuck you for shooting at me first.
And
What
you've
was
got
up?
your pulse lasers will reach that far, and you've got a +1. That is an 8. Go ahead and roll 2d +1 for damage.
Oh, so sad.
Oh, she took
Yeah.
1 point. That's not a critical, but she is. There's actually a debris field coming off of her at this point from shit just been blasted off the hull of the ship.
Integrity.
Yeah, the hull integrity is bad. To your eyes and what your sensors are telling you, you're not even sure that she can survive atmospheric reentry. Acrisius is going to go ahead and shoot back.
They're still shooting.
And
this
miss.
system doesn't have a high port, right?
No, it doesn't. No, that's a bad situation for Acrisius. You have reached the jump diameter. If you want to, somebody can make a engineering J drive plus intellect check in order to jump. That's if you want to leave immediately or if you want to finish off Acrisius. It's up to you.
That's the ship that has.
No, that was Proteus, and they jumped already.
They jumped. Yeah, they jumped. Yeah, I don't see a reason to finish these guys.
Now leave them like that.
Yeah, they're kind of fucked either way, right? I mean,
Your lack of bloodthirstiness, Will. God damn.
Well, I mean,
you can threaten to kill them.
I'm just saying.
Or you come with us.
I mean, what are we gonna get out of it? That's all I'm looking at.
that's true.
I mean,
Unholy
Get some
glee.
crew.
like, are we gonna go loot them? I mean, if we're gonna loot them, I could see. You know,
Interrogation.
but that requires making them surrender, right? So I'm just saying, are we going to do that? And if we're not going to do that, then let's just leave because
Well,
They
here's
stole our ship. I know. Just leave them like that. They can
other,
sort it out.
other than the murder hoboing joy of
They'll figure
killing
it out.
soldiers, wouldn't we think that the people on that ship would know where this asshole is going?
possibly.
Maybe.
This is our mission. Our only mission was to grab the ship, and that was it. And the surviving crew, and that was it.
Yep.
So we've completed our mission.
Might be bonuses in it though.
And we've neutralized the threat. I mean, at this point, I think we're running. Yeah,
They're running from you, which is
I think we're done.
that seems to be a little bit of a turning of the tables.
They were the final obstacle.
Right.
We've possibly gone beyond what our company would have us do.
Yeah. All right. So, Radiant Maiden. I mean, are you also wanting to jump?
Yeah.
So
That's what we're doing.
So both Ouroboros and Radiant Maiden make a engineering J drive plus intellect check.
Oh, this should be fun.
Here we
'Cause
go.
I don't have it.
I'm
Jeff,
not even trained in
I do.
engineering.
You engineer.
I do have engineer.
Ouroboros? Does
That's
anybody
like
have
a
it on Ouroboros? Because I do.
You're looking for a difficulty of 6. You might want to take extra time if that.
Yeah, you can take your time. That gives you a +2.
What is your modifier to engineer, Jeff?
It's power 1.
So he's got
Right.
a 0 to J drive.
Right, but like if it's, I don't know
My
if you're
bonuses.
using education or intellect, so I don't know which one you're using. What is
Education be 1
Oh Jesus
or
Christ!
2. Education be 2.
Then you're rolling.
He
You're
just
wrong.
did. Look at that.
I rolled a 3
Well,
plus 2.
Double
Golly and I are making new characters.
Well,
double ones.
not necessarily. So it looks like you both
Jeff, that
was-
misjumped.
That's with the extra time.
Yes.
If Jeff has +2 for extra time and +2 education. That makes that a 7.
Yeah, that's success. It's difficult.
That would be a success, yes.
Yeah. Ours is a true failure and yeah, that's awesome.
Well,
And I rolled a 6 on my astrogation, so I provided him no bonus there.
I need that one.
And with a +2 to time, that's a 7.
He's already factored the 2 in.
Right.
See how it says 1 + 1 + 3?
All right, so
I had a J Drive 1, engineering 1, and then I got a +2 on the intellect mod.
Oh, so Golly, you have a skill level of 1 and a int of 2, or education
Yeah.
of 2.
So that should be a 7.
Okay, so yes, that should be a 7. So that is not an actual misjump. Okay.
Not... Weird. So, was it Ouroboros that misjumped?
According to him, he didn't, because he did not add the 2.
He didn't add the 2 for time.
Okay,
He
right.
evidently has a +3 in the skill. I thought his skill level was only like a 1.
No, I have a +2 for intellect, and then the skill is 1.
Gotcha. Okay.
I
Gotcha.
rolled
Okay.
double 1.
So let me look at. I think it's 2D -1. I want to say off the top of my head, but I think this is one of the. I think maybe in the entire time that I've been playing Traveler, this is the second time anybody misjumped.
We didn't misjump.
Neither of you misjumped?
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
No. I thought that 5 included the +2 for the time. It did
Oh,
not.
okay.
It did.
Okay. So, you both make it.
And Jeff's roll didn't include his bonuses. Yeah. So Jeff's had a +4 on his. That would be a 7. Golly got a 5 +2 for extra time, makes 7 as well.
Okay, so from here out, you make your way to Biaxen and then jump from Biaxen to Waic, and you can add 2 weeks to your study period.
Nice.
Feel like I might need to take like engineer or some shit here.
Not a bad idea. If Mintaka doesn't have anything down for their study period, now's a good time to pick something.
I gotta get the back suit 1.
I am lacking much in the way of things to do on the ship other than electronics basic.
Yeah,
my only specialty is computers.
Yeah, you're going on ship. You're going to be like the countermeasures person. But beyond that, yeah, you might want to pick something else.
Yeah, engineer would help with countermeasures though. That would help like improve the engine power, things like that, right?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take engineer.
Okay. So, when you arrive at Tuek, you both set down at the starport. There's no problems. Radiant Maiden has a little bit of damage to her, but it's easily fixed. You all, so the group as a total receives 50,000 credits from Shished.
50,000 lump sum.
Yep. So if you want, I can divide that up amongst all of you.
Yeah.
So
We'll split it evenly.
You guys are so nice giving me an equal share. I appreciate you so much.
That is 8,333.3 credits. Just make it 8,334 credits, everybody. We'll make this easy.
Is it death by locust for that?
In addition, then this doesn't apply for. Well, it could apply for Mintaka, assuming that Mintaka wants to hire on with this company. So these guys are all employees of a Starship Corporation. Hold on, and I'll tell you their name. And of course, typical of Traveler, it is nigh impossible to pronounce.
RVSC.
Yes, RVSC is the stock trading name. The Reidd-Valaasii Starship Corporation. And so
when we docked after that first jump, I mean, we would have wanted to ask around about the ship that fled, the scout ship.
Proteus.
Proteus, yeah.
So, as far as information that you got in, Proteus did not jump here.
Okay.
It could have head for Talmina. It could have made it to Matensk.
Okay.
It could have gone to a deep space refueling depot that you don't know about. You're not sure.
Sure.
But yeah, it didn't go to Biaxon or make its way to Tuwaiq. But so for Mintaka, if you want to hire on with Reidd-Valaasii Starship Corporation, you certainly can. You don't necessarily have to, but if you do, you will need to pick what is your motivation. And so there are different motivations. You could say that you're a freelance expert, and then there are these this chart below freelance expert that you could pick one of those. You could choose that you just want to hire on as a regular employee and pick one of those, or no. I mean, you could be a notable figure, being a famous hacker or whatever. So that's up to you. That's your choice. And everybody, assuming that, and this includes Mintaka, assuming that you're going to hire on, everybody also gets an additional 2,000 credits as your monthly paycheck. And when you come into port, you receive a communique from via Reidd-Valaasii about the next mission that they want to send you out on. And this message you would have received this message whether you succeeded or failed. But essentially, they are in a customer service assistance with Stern Metal Horizons mega corporation. So evidently, about 7 years ago, Stern Metal Horizons did some mineral surveys of the Hazel system. And Hazel is kind of a backwater. Nobody really goes there, but it was known. It was known in the past, probably about 20 years ago. It was known very much as being a vacation destination because the world is very nice, and it doesn't have anything that wants to eat you. The worst thing about it is that it does have a thin, tainted atmosphere. And the atmospheric taint of Hazel actually takes the form of a bacteria that's in the atmosphere, which there is plenty of inoculations that you can take before going planet side. I mean, otherwise, unless you're acclimated to the planet, the bacteria will cause some nasty respiratory infections. But beyond that, you can take an inoculation and it will cover you for a number of days and basically immunize you for, a couple of weeks worth of stay. The only other downside is that, for the most part, because of the thin atmosphere, most people have to wear a filter mask. But Stern Metal Horizons did some surveys of Hazel, and they were told initially, pretty much all of the metallurgical companies were told that there was no mineral deposits on Hazel. And Stern Metal started to believe that was kind of a load of bullshit. And so they secretly sent a team in to do some actual mineral surveys. Unfortunately, a rebellion broke out, and their team, with their survey data, was on a boat in Okinawa Lake, and were shot full of holes, and the ship sank. And so, Hazel has been kind of uh, discouraging companies from coming in and mining. And so Stern Metal, already having lost the survey team, are kind of hesitant to go retrieve their data. And so, as a favor to Stern Metal Horizons, because of course Reidd-Valaasii purchases a lot of metal from Stern Metal Horizons, as a favor to them, they want to send in you guys to retrieve the survey data from this shipwreck at the bottom of the lake. And so they are sending you to Hazel, and the plan is that you would dock into the starport at Hazel, which is a Type C starport. The law level on Hazel is 7, so it is very unlikely that you're going to be able to take any of your gear. They would allow blades and stunners, and that's about it. However, Stern Metal Horizons has a ship that is willing to basically break atmo and do a paradrop of supplies for you and then leave. And so that is the way that you're going to get some equipment. And included in that will be dive equipment. Hold on here. You will have this in there in order to dive down to the wreck. And you will also be equipped with a robo-diver that a remote ops specialist can, of course, maneuver down into the crevices. The biggest problem with this is that they don't have the exact location of where the ship went down. And so they have a general vicinity, which I will show you.
Hey, Chris, I'm still seeing the job thingy. Am I supposed to be still seeing that?
Yeah, I haven't changed it off of there yet.
Okay, just making sure.
This is the general map of the region. And so where this crosshairs is where the general vicinity of where the steamer ship went down that the survey data was on. The other thing that they know is that pretty much this lake and this region is separated north and south as far as war zone lines. So you've got the government to the south, and it's like in the north, all of the rebels have taken the northern parts.
Of course.
Naturally. And so there are guides. They do still try to push their whole tourist industry, because that's the biggest income for Hazel. But their guides are there to more or less gently try to keep people from going too far north, because there is like a restriction line there that dead tourists are bad for business. And so they try to discourage
tourism if they have a bacteria, if they have an bacteria in the air, and yet they have a tourism industry.
Well, like I said, there's readily available inoculations that basically make you immune to it, and people that have lived on the planet are of course acclimated to it and don't need the antibiotics. So this is the robo diver. It's got treads. I know that Ronnie is moving towards the remote ops specialist. So
yep.
So he's the man that this is designed for. In addition to since you won't be able to take your own weapons usually through the starport, you have a couple of options. So this airdrop can include your weapons. The downside of that is that bringing them back through the starport when it's time to leave may cause problems. The other option is that Stern Metal Horizons is fully prepared to drop flak jackets and advanced combat rifles and auto pistols in an airdrop that you can just easily dispose of or keep however you want to do it. So that option is entirely up to you.
Okay.
You will be receiving a bonus pay for this. The bonus pay is substantial. Let me find it.
That Robo-Diver's like $250,000 credits.
Yeah, which is, that's nothing for Stern Metal.
We're going to accidentally lose it.
Yes. I just read this, so for like the 4th time, and now I can't find what I'm looking for. So they are going to pay you 300,000 credits if you're able to find their data. If you can pinpoint the exact and mark the exact location of the ship, that would be worth another 10,000 credits to them. And if you can bring up the bodies of the survey team that sank with the vessel, they'll pay you another 100,000 credits. So to potentially, for the whole thing, if you were to get all of the mission objectives, you're looking at like 410,000 credits.
What's swimming? Is that athletics?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it would be athletics strength, I believe. It depends on what you're doing.
Okay.
So yeah, that is your next mission, and I mean this is on Hazel, which is not far. Hazel's just right here.
Okay.
So you're
We definitely want to spread information about Baron Harkonnen or whatever that was.
Alistair Humboldt.
Humboldt. Yeah, there you go.
Baron Harkonnen. Yeah, I mean he's skinnier than Harkonnen, but
yeah,
but he's an equal douchebag. So
I knew it started with an H.
Right. So yeah, you're looking at 2 jumps to get to Hazel. Did you guys want your weapons to be airdropped, or do you want disposables?
I want disposables.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I like those auto pistols. That was pretty fun.
Yeah, auto pistols are all right.
Frankly,
I got a Gauss pistol when I mustered out, so that I like. So, but the auto pistol was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Frankly, the disposables are better than some of our equipment, I think.
Some of them, yeah. I mean, like I said, you are able to keep these guns and armor should you be able to find a way to get them off world, but getting them back through the starport's going to be there. There's going to be a lot of questions and possible fines involved for having them. So,
but there's a conflict that's going on between the 2 cities on either side of that lake.
Yes, the government of Hazel versus the rebel factions, who are the Ein Gevar, basically classified in the Imperium as a terrorist group. Though they weren't always a terrorist group. They started off doing like charities and things like that. And when that didn't get them what they were really looking for, they kind of went the other route, as most terrorist groups do. And so the Ein Gevar are starting up, chapters all over Imperial space. It seems like this end of the Spinward Marches sees more than its fair share. Currently, and let's see, where is... So all the way over here, Trexelon, the Trexelon, what are they called? The Trexelon Technical Consortium is presently kind of doing their own thing because they don't want District 268 to be annexed by the Imperium. And that's pretty much been a foregone conclusion for a long time, but Truxilon is kind of starting these brush fires all over the place. And there's a lot of theories that the Eingevar are actually helping the Truxilon consortium start these. And one of the major places that they just recently started this problem is Tarkeen up here. And the Tarkeen has gone through a major rebellion where the royal family that ruled the planet has been basically removed. Nobody knows what happened to them. Like there's no confirmation whether they're dead or alive. They just went away. And so right now, Tarkeen is kind of under martial law. They've got a junta that is in position that is controlling the world and has frozen the assets. And now Truxilon has come in and is kind of in the process of trying to take over the entire government. And it's touch and go. So the same situation is kind of happening on Hazel, with the Eingevar is kind of wanting to start this, or did start this rebellion against the government. And this rebellion's been probably going on for roughly the last 10 years.
Okay.
So you're gonna go with the free gear, the disposable gear. Is there anything else you guys want to do before you leave to Wick? Bless you.
I might want to do some shopping stuff. Stuff that's not going to be problematic. I'll look
Sure.
at stuff before the next game.
Sure. In fact, if you're on Tuwek, I can tell you. That's actually a really good idea. I'm glad you brought that up. There's Tuwek. So Tuwek has up to tech level 11. If you wanted to buy anything else that's higher tech level, I mean, Tuwek would probably, I don't know, it's kind of the ways out there. You're probably, if you want to buy anything above tech level 11, you're probably looking at between 30 and 40% markup. But at up to tech level 11, it'd be at list price.
And then just pay attention to lot level with regard to weapons and armor.
A lockpick
Right.
set.
Yeah, and Tuwek's law level is... Yeah, they have law level 3, so I think you're probably in that.
Don't even need to drop.
Yeah, you're in that law level golden sweet spot.
Okay.
We might be able to walk right out with this stuff then.
What would the
Right.
lockpick set cost me?
I can do you one better, I think. Let me pull that up. It is. There it is. I don't know, Mintaka might be interested in this too. Yeah, it would be available as well.
Well, how many weeks is that in the jump? God, I'm trying to study blade combat.
We've had a
Because we
total.
keep getting back to these law levels that are down to blades. So
Since the campaign started, we've had 4 weeks of training. 2
Yeah,
weeks.
I know. So I'm stuck with. I got to do another 4 weeks for the Blade comp. Blade
Yep.
1.
Yep.
And this is only two weeks jump.
Hey, Chris, in your games, do trainers help with training?
They do. You can if somebody wanted to buy a trainer, it would give you a +1 to any attempts to gain a new level in a skill.
When you bring me in, I'm Blade 3, so I could help train somebody.
Sure.
Really?
There we go. Okay, so how about? Probably hope if I clicked on the right window. There we go. So both Gully and Mintaka might be interested in this. There you go. The scary thing is that this used to be thought of as a science fiction thing, and these things actually really exist now.
Yeah. What tech level?
You can get up to tech level 11, so you could get tech level 10 right here on World.
Average is an A+ roll.
Yep.
I'll get one.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, 7,500 credits. It's expensive, but exceptionally useful.
What skill would that be to hack it to begin
So
with?
let's see, it
Is it computer or
Skill dependent.
yeah, it depends on what you're hacking. But generally it's going to be essentially you just walk up to a door and you roll 2D, and if you get an 8+ at tech level 10, it hacks the lock and the door opens.
so
And it
you
takes
have no way
1D.
to vote. So your skill doesn't help it at all.
No, and
Okay.
it takes 1D times 10 seconds to do it.
Right.
So you essentially don't need any skill with that, right?
Right. Yep, it just does it. Yeah, in our Pirates of Drenax campaign, as soon as the field guide came out and I bought it, everybody was like, "Oh, I want one of these." Like, yeah, I bet
Right.
you do. Yeah, I mean, you guys being a part of Reidd-Valaasii Corporation may have access to some of the equipment that would be found in the field guide. You would also have access to some military grade equipment. So,
Huh.
some, not like battle dress or anything like that, but you could readily buy, Gauss weapons if you would have licensing available to you. You could walk into any starport that would have an Instel arms and say, "Hey, I want to buy a Gauss pistol," and they'd be like,
What
"Oh,
about the ceramic armor? The carapace.
uh,
Carapace.
possibly." The only downside is that just because you're able to purchase it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be able to use it,
Yeah.
because of the law level of a lot of planets. So there is that
Oh, yeah.
issue. But I mean, if they have it available, I would say that's a definite maybe. I would say that probably Polycarapace is probably the top end that you would be able to get away with purchasing. Combat armor is that's kind of a high end.
Specialty.
Yeah, it's a specialty thing. But yeah, you could probably get polycarapace.
Huh.
Especially since you guys are kind of you are corporate troubleshooters for Reidd-Valaasii. So what that exactly entails is that you're kind of a mercenary group. I mean, you are black ops, black corporate ops. You may sometimes be doing wet work. So yeah, you have access to purchasing some of this stuff.
I don't know what you've heard, but we don't do wet work. That's not in our purview. Whatever. It's not what we do. No matter what you may have heard.
We're about to do some wet work.
Yes, you're about to get wet. So yeah, you can spend the last couple of days shopping, and you can provide me with a list of what it is that you guys want to buy up to tech level 11. Keep in mind that there could be a 30-40% markup. If there's something above tech level 11, mark it with a question mark and bring it up to me next week, and we can find out if it's available. And you can just go ahead and add 2 weeks to your study period right now. And beyond shopping and getting that all cleared out, we'll start with you guys coming into the Hazel system.
Okay.
All right.
Anyway, I am going fishing next Friday.
Oh, very nice. What are you fishing for?
I'm probably going to be pan fishing. There's probably going to be a couple of guys doing bass fishing.
Nice. Nice.
But the water, the pond that we're fishing in is so fucking shallow. It has so many snags.
Oh, yeah.
It's just not worth bass fishing.
Yeah, pond fishing can be a bitch because of that. I used to go smallmouth bass fishing up off of a slough off the Columbia, and it was great. But there were a lot of snags, but most of the snags weren't from logs or anything. They were from fucking carp. The good news was that if you were using treble hooks and you snagged a carp, you could reel it in. And there were these guys that would be down there, they would be buying them from us. And we're like, okay, well, so we would just sell them to them. And they paid good, so whatever.
I think in some places they have a literal bounty on them. There are guys in flatboats at night going along the shore with compound bows, just hammering the shit out of them.
Oh yeah, I don't doubt it. Like I said, all you need is a good sized treble hook and just drag the bottom. And if you know there's carp there, you're bound to hit one.
So I'll have to give you my shopping list in 2 weeks, or I'll put it up in Discord.
Sure, can do. Yeah, you can buy a rescue bubble.
Cool.
And yes, you can buy level 2 expert chips for survival and sensors.
I got that wafer jack.
Yeah, put that to good use.
And I just have a feeling that I'm sorry, not survival. I want navigation, actually.
Navigation would be an excellent one in this case. I mean, survival's a good one to have too, but navigation would definitely be useful.
Well, survival is also more expensive. It's double the cost.
Where are you all finding this shopping list?
And I'm trained in it. So, Central Supply Catalog.
Yep, if you go to Central Supply Catalog Update 2023, 2023-2026.
And when I mustered out with with cybernetics, and there's very few cybernetics you can actually get with that muster out package, but the lowest tech level wafer jack is available with it. So
perfect. That will do it. All right, so we will pick this up next week at 6 o'clock, and we'll get the shopping done, except for Ronnie, and put you guys on Hazel and figure out how you want to go about this.
Cool. Good deal.
All right.
Thanks so much.
You're very welcome.
Great.
I will see you guys next week.
Have a good one, everybody.
Nice meeting everybody.
Yep.
yeah,
have a good
nice meeting
night.
you.
Hey, Chris, you want to hang out a second? I'd like
Sure.
to say hi.
Sure.